Hamish Andy driving you home and joined on the line by Eric Stonestreet, who's best known as Cam in Modern Family. Eric, are you there?
I'm here.
Eric, thank you for joining us. Huge fans of Modern Family and big fans of Modern Family should, particularly if you're in Sydney, tomorrow night at the Metro Theatre. I think there's only a couple of tickets left, tickettech.com.au. You're doing a bit of a question and answer. You and Danny, one of the executive producers and the writers.
Yeah, Danny is here with me, and we do these shows in the United States where we travel around. Usually it's one myself, either by myself or with another cast member, and it's just an opportunity to get right up, in the faces of our audience and let them ask anything they've ever wanted to know about Modern Family and how we shoot or what Hollywood's like or what being an actor's like. And one of the most common questions I get is, what's Sofia Vergara like to work with? And my answer is always, I've never actually seen her face.
What?
No, I've never seen Sophia's face. I only look at her boobs the entire time I'm there. I've never gotten past her chest.
So you could wear a reflective top of some type or like a foil bra. You might catch a reflection.
It is so true. One of the first episodes that her and I were together, the director had to come over and remind me, like, hey, Eric, it really looks like you're looking at Sophia's boobs a lot. And you remember you're playing a gay character on TV. I'm like, God dang it.
I love her dress. I love that dress. Where did you get that print? I am very into fashion. I got different coloured cuffs. I'm into fabrics. I'm looking at her dress.
Do you find, Eric, that fans seem to remember and reference things that you guys have forgotten yourselves?
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the greatest things about our show is no one ever has, the same favorite line. No one ever has the same favorite episode. No one has the same favorite character. I mean, there's avenues into our show all around. So it's really fun to have that interaction.
Such a great high point for all of your careers that you're able to share this sort of together. For you personally, though, looking back at your career, was there a low point? Was there a moment where you wish you could go back in time now and talk to yourself and just go, hey, buddy, it gets better. Don't worry about it. Knuckle down, get through.
I mean, I think that's the journey of anyone in the creative world in Hollywood or any place that you're auditioning or trying to get a script sold or whatever it is. And actually, I was having one of those low points right before my audition for Modern Family where you have to kind of decide, like, should I cut my losses and open up that meat market that I've always wanted to have, or do I move back to Kansas and go into the family business? Like, what do I do? So I was having that moment then, but, what's interesting about Modern Family and my current job is how it really wipes out any disappointment I had in the 14 years before. Like, because I was close on other jobs, other shows that you may or may not know of, and characters that you may like. And
what could you have been?
I auditioned for The Office. I auditioned for a couple different roles on The Office. Wow. And, Steve Carell obviously was brilliant at that, but that was originally what I went and auditioned for. Then they liked me, and then they brought me back in, and I actually ended up testing for the role of Kevin, the big heavy-set gentleman, Brian Baumgartner, fabulous actor, and it was between he and I, and he got that part, which is exactly the part he was supposed to get, because it turned out I was supposed to wait and get this part on Modern Family. So all those things, sort of make sense when you pull back and realize, like, everything turned out the way it was supposed to.
And if you hadn't, though, I am curious, though, what is the family business? What would you have gone into?
Well, my dad was, at the time, he had a retail business, sort of like a Big W or a Big Lots, what we have in the United States, but sort of a discount, department store type place. And so,
would you have been front of house or storeroom?
Oh yeah,
or just in
like I don't do real well with manual labor. Like, I had the pigs and cows growing up, so I always say I got all the fence building and hay baling and all that kind of stuff out of my system before I was 18. So I'm real good on, like, real work now.
Fantastic.
As the show's progressed over the last few years, especially the kids on the show, they're growing up. Like, obviously, like, you guys, if there were no kids in the cast, you could punch us out for about 15 years and no one would actually physically change. But the kids growing up, and 5 years is a long time in a child's life, 5-6 years. Do you feel a little bit like an uncle to the kid cast members as you watch them grow up?
Absolutely. I mean, we're all right there with the kids, especially Ty and Julie. With Ariel and Nolan and Sarah. Sarah's a 22-year-old person who plays Haley. She's not a child anymore. So, but especially with those kids, and absolutely with Aubrey, Jesse and I, are right there with her, and we realize we set the tone, with how she acts. If we're not throwing temper tantrums about anything, she's never going to learn to throw temper tantrums. And obviously, that goes a long way with how quickly we can shoot when we don't have people refusing to come out of their trailers. So,
in the future, years from now, you'll be a beautiful woman, and guys will be staring at your chest, and then it's just a natural thing to happen on a TV show. We want you to know it's not weird. It is a beautiful appreciation of a woman's body. Well, Eric, speaking of being an uncle to certain cast members, I am an uncle to a real life human girl. I have several. I just got married, so I've just brand new got 18 nephews and nieces. But one of my nieces I'm seeing this weekend, we're going away for Easter, and she is nuts about balloon animals. Now, last time you were on the show, we were sort of digging into your clowning past, and I don't think you can actually get a level 4 clown TAFE certificate without doing a bit of balloon animaling. I've got a balloon here in the studio. I can kind of do the dog. I need something else in my repertoire to impress my niece.
Oh, okay. Do you have a balloon blown up?
Yeah, it's long and
got the balloon blown up.
I like that this is like a drug hotline or a suicide hotline, but this is an emergency balloon animal hotline. I'm going to walk you through. Sir, you need to calm down. You need to put the pink balloon in your left hand.
There's so much pressure on me. I mean, it's got it in my left hand. I'm ready.
Okay, so what you want to do, basically the easiest thing, if you can do the dog, then you can do a giraffe. You just have to think about what a giraffe looks like. Go over to the Taronga Zoo, take a picture. So you do the same head that you would for the dog, but now just make the dog neck a giraffe neck.
Okay.
So then go further down the balloon, do your little pinch.
He's actually doing that pretty well. Yep. Do the pinch.
Now make 2 sausages for front legs.
2 sausages for front
legs. And that is obviously not how a real animal is. Their legs do not get fused together.
This is probably some of the most compelling radio you guys have ever done.
I think so.
Thank you very much. I hope people tune in right now. It's not too late. I'm going to put instructions at the website.
He's waiting on hind legs now. Is there any other tricks, Eric?
So now you just do a small little bubble for the body, and then you do 2 more sausages. You want to end up with as little balloon at the end as possible because giraffes don't have tails. You popped it. I heard you popped it. Oh, my God.
Someone call the RSPCA.
Oh, my God. Blow up another balloon, sir. Blow up another balloon.
We don't have time.
I'm getting clown heckles.
Idiot, Ham.
We've killed the giraffe. We've killed the giraffe.
Hey, Eric Stonestreet, thank you for joining us. Modern Family, an amazing show, but a question and answer session tomorrow night in Sydney, the Metro Theatre, tickettech.com.au. Cheers, mate. Really appreciate time.
There's no such thing as a stupid question except the one that person's going to ask.
Yeah, that's true. Cheers, mate. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, mate.